Hi, Kim Johnson here, and I'm super excited to share today some things we've been working on with LearnKey and that we're looking to release over this next year. Here's an overview of all the courses that LearnKey offers, and we cover about 85% of what Certiport offers in their certification portfolio. So we can see here we've got Microsoft Office, we've got Adobe, Autodesk, just to name a few. One that we're going to highlight this year and today is the Adobe Suite. We are excited to share that we're going to be releasing a brand new suite for 2024. We're first going to start with Photoshop, Premiere, and InDesign, and then we'll finish out the rest of the suite throughout the fall. Next, we want to highlight one that we've been super passionate about, which is personal finance. So this is part of the Intuit offering, and we're looking to release this course March 1st. We feel like this course and certification will greatly benefit so many students across the nation. We're also looking to make some updates, and we've got a new database analytics for our IT specialists, and then making some slight updates and changes to some of those titles as well. Some of you may not know that we have other languages for some of our LearnKey courses. So these are just some of the highlights in what we have. So we've got IT specialist in multiple languages you see here, IC3, GS6 in all three levels, ESB version 1, and then CSB as well. Here's the big game changer this year, you guys, the new study guide. It's not necessarily new. It's been in the platform for over a year and a half, but it's actually a huge resource that your students can use to help improve pass rates. I keep saying the sentence, no student should sit for an exam before they review this study guide. The big piece to this and what ties to LearnKey is that we've mapped every single certification objective in every objective. So as your students go in and take their practice test in testing mode, it is going to give them a personalized view of their learning plan to help improve those pass rates and help them improve their scores when they take the exam. Here are the steps on how to access your study guide. Here are some additional resources that we feel kind of differentiate LearnKey. So we've got the companion workbooks. We have both a student and teacher workbook, glossary key terms and definitions, answer keys, and yes, teachers, lesson plans. This is where we direct most teachers to start if they're new to LearnKey. You guys are brand new to LearnKey. This is going to give you an overview of exactly where everything's tied to the objectives and where it's tied to the course and the project workbook activities. We're also super excited about these new teacher resources we've created. We've got slide decks for ESB, Adobe, and MOS 365. For those of you who have never used LearnKey and wondering how long is it going to take my students to go through each course, here we can see an overview of all the class hours per title. And no worries, these are included in the actual teacher workbooks and will tell you how long it would take your students to go through the course. So these totals include the class hours, meaning your course, everything in the project workbook, and everything that you'd go through in the testing in the courseware as well. What this does not include is anything you would do in the practice test or part of your exam. Here we're highlighting the accessibility features that are available to you and your students. So in the Gmatrix platform, here we can see we've got keyboard navigation options, big cursor toggle, and a few of the highlights for the LearnKey piece is more the closed captioning, full screen viewing, and increased text size. If certification and this pathway is new to you, your school, your students, these are kind of some of the statistics and what is the difference in certification versus just knowledge base. I think many of us have shared on a resume, I'm well versed in Excel. A certification is a whole different level and will set those candidates apart. And last but not least, we are charting a brand new pathway here at LearnKey that we're excited to share. Rise to lead and lead to rise. I don't know how many of you are experiencing now. What I'm experiencing in the workforce is where you walk into a restaurant, you walk into a store, and it's a less than favorable experience because of the lack of workforce, or you get the feeling that they don't even want to be there. We've created an amazing series that will help improve these skill sets of these students. To create this series, we partnered with Carrie Larea. She's a PhD and a seasoned executive coach. As we were developing this series, we realized we really needed to start with the foundation. That's investing in the students. How do they become more resilient, build self-trust and credibility, and action towards accountability? These are some of the pieces that we feel were foundational to move on into leadership roles or to any other skill sets. The second part to the series is where we're navigating into leading others. This is where they're interacting with coworkers, delivering constructive feedback, managing a virtual workforce, or managing people. For schools who purchase the Leading Myself series, you will also get our digital security course, Protecting Yourself and Your Organization. This is an incredible course that will highlight protecting yourself, what to click on, what not to click on, in addition to your security and working remotely. For more information and pricing on anything we've shared here today, please contact your Certiport representative to get started.